I think about that too, dude. Chief will have a fucking heart attack.
All right. Everyone really should go back and watch that video that I'm stitching. That is prime example of what law enforcement really is and what they're really doing. This is Officer Yono, and I'm pretty sure I know from the voice who the other one is, but I'm not going to drop a name because I'm not 100% sure. But this is what's going on in New Boston, Huron, okay, right here in Huron Township, Michigan. Our revenue-driven policy enforcers, all being driven by Chief Everett Robbins, which is why he came to this township, to turn our police department into just a revenue agency. And that's all they're doing. And again, go back through some of my videos. I got Chief Everett Robbins talking or admitting, okay, on recording, he cares more about policy than his oath of office, right? And you hear Yono, right here expressly saying, oh man, if the trucks are ready this year and we're not able to write all these damn tickets, Chief's going to have a heart attack. If we can't bring in all this revenue, he's going to have a heart attack, right? Well, that's a fucking problem, isn't it? When you're law enforcement, all they care about is extorting you and writing tickets, you don't have law enforcement. Okay? We know what's going on here. And we, the people, we got to put a stop to these tyrants. We got to stop sitting back and allowing these types of people to do this, right? We are actively allowing this to happen. Now, these public servants, right, they go and swear an oath to state and federal constitutions, okay? Plainly don't care. They do not care about their oath of office at all. Why? Because the vast majority of them, 99% of them, they don't even know what the hell's in the state and federal constitutions, especially the state constitution. Go start questioning your public servants, cops, clerks, township supervisors, legislators. Go start asking them about your state constitutions. I guarantee you, for a fact, none of them are going to be able to tell you anything about your state constitution. Why? Because just like the majority of us, we all received the same indoctrination where we were never taught anything about how our republic is supposed to be operating. We're not taught about our rights. Why is that? We weren't taught any of these things so that these types of people that we see in this video, where they're talking about extorting people for money, when people don't know what your rights are and how they're actually supposed to be operating, you think that they're actually enforcing laws. So then you get all these people that want to sit here and defend the Thin Blue Line gang members because they feel righteous, right? They feel, oh, my family member is one of them, or they feel that they have to defend these people because you're told to do it. You think you're doing the right thing when all you're doing is you're enabling the abuse that is going on across the state and country, okay? You're enabling this type of behavior. You're enabling them using the population, the American people, as peons, as Judge Green even admitted, right? We're all peons in the cogwheels of the system. Peons are slaves. That's how they view you. That's how our public servants are sitting there viewing each and every one of you. Slaves. They think that they're above us, that they control us, and that they can just do whatever they want. And the only reason that continues is because we, the people, have not done our job to keep them in check. And we have to stop it. We have to put a stop to this bullshit. When you got them sitting here joking around like this on body cam, talking about openly, clearly, right? Showing you that all they give a shit about is extorting you for money. That's all they care about. Look at what's going on with the Epstein files, right? We got pedophiles hiding in government, running around, protecting each other. And, but they're going to come extort you for money. Right? Oh, you had a brake light out, or oh man, you didn't get our government sticker to have your plate, right? It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. They're using you as slaves so they continue to sit there and be pedophiles. Look what Huron Township did in my daughter's case. Blatantly botched the investigation into the pedophile, right? Didn't Mirandize him. Didn't do it. My 6-year-old could have did a better investigation than what Jolly did in this investigation. No wonder they threw out the case for no evidence, right? Not enough evidence. They couldn't even use any of the evidence because he didn't do his job and investigate and didn't Mirandize him. So even the things that were admitted in the report can't be used. But why do these things happen? Well, in my case, I feel like a lot of it was probably intentionally done, and I think there's a lot of incompetence. But you see right here, when all they care about is policy, and enforcing revenue tickets and not actual law, this is what you get, right? Just like the chief telling me cares more about policy than his oath of office. That shows you they're sitting there using the guise of law enforcement to get you to continue basically kissing all their asses, thinking that they're there to protect you. Okay? Because that's what I see a lot of people doing, a lot of this bootlicking, right? Oh, law enforcement, they're there to protect you. That's very clearly not true. I think there's a lot of good ones. Don't get me wrong. I think there is, but a lot of them, because they don't even understand what their oaths are and what their jobs are, they believe the bad programming that they got. So they sit there thinking they're doing what's right. So I think a lot of them, if they were presented with the truth and actually were put in a spot where they had to choose to do what was right, I think that they would do it. But we still have a good portion of them that they're just tyrants. They're just there for ego. They're just there for power. They don't give a shit about the oath. They don't give a shit about protecting you. They're there for the illusion of power that they have, feeling cool in uniforms, the guns and badges, thinking that they control you and have all this power. That's what's really going on with the majority of these people. And what you see going on in this video that I'm stitching, when you see officers openly, blatantly joking around, talking about it, our republic, it's gone. We've allowed them to flip the script and make us, right, turn us into their little peons, and we've put our public servants above us. And that's how they see us. And the only way that's going to change is when we, the people, finally say, we've had enough. We're not doing this shit anymore, right? Because we have all the power. Michigan Constitution, Article 1, Section 1, all political powers inherent in the people, right? Government's only instituted for our equal benefit and protection. Go read some of the other state constitution provisions where I've showed you that we have every right to alter, reform, and abolish our government, and it will, right? When they're not doing things that are protecting our happiness and our rights, they're public servants. They're voluntarily putting themselves there. We can throw their asses out at any given time. That's our job, to keep our public servants in check so that we don't have this type of tyranny happening. Now, watching what these guys are joking about pisses me off, because I know everything that they've done to me, and that I have the body cams of them openly talking about targeting me, showing that they don't even know the laws, the chief talking about he don't even know the laws. This happens far too much, okay? It's infuriating that we have public servants being paid with our money running around doing these types of things. This needs to be exposed all over the place. Everyone needs to be taking this video and posting it everywhere, exposing what's going on. Because this doesn't just happen in Huron Township. This is happening across the state and across the country. And the more that we start standing up, the more that we start exposing them, the faster that we're going to be able to change these things.